You've reached the Kenosha County Circuit Court. Please listen closely to the following options. To speak with the Records and Filing Office, press 1. For the Probate or Juvenile Office, press 2. For the Family Court Office, press 3. To contact the Judge's Clerk, press 4. To contact the Court Commissioner's Clerk, press 5. For information regarding small claims actions, press 6. To repeat these options, press 9. To speak with the receptionist, press 0. You've reached the Kenosha County Circuit Court. Please listen closely to the following options. To speak with the Records and Filing Office, press 1. For the Probate or Juvenile Office, press 2. For the Family Court Office, press 3. You have reached the Office of the Register in Probate and the Juvenile Clerk. If you are calling regarding a probate matter, an adoption case, or a termination of parental rights issue, please press 1. If you are calling regarding a juvenile matter, please press 2. If you are calling regarding a guardianship matter or a Chapter 51 commitment, please press 3. For any other matter not listed.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Probate office.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Renee Davis. I'm calling to see is there any updates to my case. And also, I have been trying to reach out to the Department of Children and Families for a few months now. And even they just haven't been cooperating with me throughout this whole case. I plan to write the judge. I've been waiting to hear back from them before I wrote to Judge Meyer, but they aren't seeming to cooperate with me. The Division of Children and Family Services in Kenosha, I spoke with the director. I had called different administrators in the Kenosha area, and then the director, Ron Rogers, called me, and he said he will call me back, but he is now out of the office indefinitely. The phone number for the other people are not the correct numbers. I've left messages with Pamela Condo. She won't call me back. So they're not cooperating with me at all. I did receive a couple emails from the social worker, but I am not, every time I work with her, she accuses me of abusing her. So I cannot trust her whatsoever. I have identified that information to several city administrators, and I'm also trying to get in touch with Madison about the issue because the case does not even stand any ground anywhere. There are facts, there are things that prohibit, the case can't stand. There falsified information in the documents that is submitted to the courts. I was also proven innocent on the criminal case that they are complaining about in a report there. I had called to Kenosha County Crisis to try to get my records from them to go through my case because I'm representing myself. They are refusing to. Actually, they called the police on me. Division of Children and Families called the police on me. The school, my rights haven't been terminated. The school won't talk to me. They're just, the social worker is making it, she's just trying to prevent everything, and I cannot work with her because I know that it'll be entrapment if I continue to. And so I'm reaching out to you all to identify those problems and to also ask if there has been any changes on the case, any developments or anything like that.
What kind of case is this?
This is supposed to be a CHIPS case, but I didn't even know that it was. I was falsely
Okay, if it's a CHIPS file, you're talking to the probate clerk, so I don't take care of the CHIPS cases.
Okay, well this is
over the juvenile clerk.
Oh, okay. So usually when I dial like this, that's when I get transferred to Jen. She's the juvenile clerk, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Kenosha County Juvenile Court.
Hello, this is Jasmine Renee Davis. I'm calling to see if there are any um, new things on my case, if there's been any changes, any developments, and to also further just make you all know about some things I plan on writing to Judge Meyer, as I talked to you about previously. But I have been waiting all this time to hear back from Madison. Madison was refusing to call me. I've called all kind of divisions within Madison for the Department of Children, Families, and emailed them. They are not cooperating with me at all. Neither is Kenosha County Division of Children and Family Services. It's just a lot of falsifying things. They're also having the schools to treat me as if my parental rights are terminated. As I'm representing myself, I tried to call also to Kenosha County Crisis, Kenosha Human Development Services, to get my records from them to further prove my case. And they called the police on me. They tried to say that they were gonna, because I asked for my records, they were calling for a wellness check. They were trying to get me Chapter 51 just because I was asking for my records. So they aren't cooperating with me at all whatsoever. The social worker on the case is constantly working against me. She sent me a couple emails, but I had already talked to them and you all, and said that I just have to meet with someone else. I just can't communicate with her because every time I communicate with her, she said I have abused her, and I just cannot allow that at all. I spoke with the director, and he said that he was going to handle it, the things, that I had communicated with him, and he said to me, but then now he didn't return my call like he said he would, and he's out of the office indefinitely. I called to the supervisor, Pamela Condos, left her a few messages. She won't even call me back. Michelle Lang won't call me back. I'm not even calling Michelle Lang anymore either. So this whole case is fraudulent. The criminal case that they also have in the complaint, I was proven innocent for, and so this case could not stand at all. And so I'm just wondering if there was any new changes, any information, any developments, and to report that and to let you all know that I have been waiting to write the judge because I wanted to send her a thorough letter with all the communications, but they are not communicating with me at all. And I know there's a court date coming up soon next month in July 2024, right?
Mm-hmm. Can you verify your date of birth quick?
June 12, 1986.
Thank you. So regarding the chip scheme, so there's no update. The last time I talked to you in April, I was putting in that you were going to write a letter to Judge Meyer. So there's been no update. The next court hearing is July 29th at 1:30 p.m. And that's going to be with Judge Meyer in room 305.
Has there been any filings from the Division of Children and Families in Kenosha? Have they sent anything in,
Nope.
or they haven't been communicating at all?
Nothing has been filed since I talked to you April 8th on the phone.
I had requested another panel discussion with them, and they are refusing to communicate with me. I know that I had talked to you about it, and I know that I can request that with them, and they are not communicating with me at all. So they are
I'm not
refusing.
sure how because the panel review is only for the 6-month review, so it's beyond that. So I don't know if they I don't think they reschedule those. So your next option is to appear in person for that perm hearing in July.
Well, no, I had talked to you because the Division of Children and Families told me that I could request a panel and not reschedule one, just having one. But they are not cooperating.
Then that's news to me.
Well, you can verify that information, with them, and then that way it could be knowledge for you to have, Jim. But what I'm saying is they're saying a bunch of things, but they are not cooperating. And then even if I call to check on my son's school or just communicate with them and update my phone number and all that, my son's school have me included in IEPs and saying I'm present and all that different stuff. And I call to talk to them about it, and then they call the police on me, they call Children and Families on me, the social workers tell them don't talk to me, but they're including my name in all kinds of stuff, but they're not communicating with me. I don't agree with the IEP. Now school is out, but they're including my name in all kinds of stuff, but they are not communicating with me at all. They're refusing to communicate with me. and so they're
Well,
rude.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I hear you. That you say you have a recommendation. Perhaps is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was going to say, you still have a month until your next hearing, I would recommend that you write a letter to the judge regarding all this so they have it documented. Because regarding the communication, I can't step in regarding that with the DCFS. You can request to speak to another supervisor. The only other one I can think of is Annette Hauser, or House. And if needed, the supervisor contact you back, then I would just recommend putting in writing to the judge that you've attempted these times, who you've tried contacting, this issues with the school, just so they can see that you're trying. Because right now, we only have a note here that you called me on April 8th.
Yeah, and that's when I was at Mendota
So,
Mental Health Institute.
yeah.
And I had called you a few times as when I was incarcerated. So that should even prove it's not that easy to contact the courts by phone while in jail, okay?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I've been trying. And then I know you had sent me a letter so that I can receive the documents and stuff like that. And you have made sure that they sent me the information to attend the panel, Jim, but they didn't even let me do that. And in fact, an officer went into her office, Monica went into her office and called in a number and tried to get into the phone, but then she couldn't do it for me. And she tried to listen in, but they wouldn't let her, but they wouldn't allow me to dial an outside line. So I couldn't even communicate whatsoever. But now I don't have an attorney on the case, and so I'm going to continue to communicate different things. But I would like you to just kind of notate this account, and then I am now further going to write a letter. I'm trying to just, have some fair communication and kind of, work with, now it's not really like work, but it's just I want to have participation in this whole situation and to prove these things. It's already a falsification, falsehood, whatever. But I'm still trying to, see things through. But I'm not going to allow them to prevent me, especially where they're putting my name in all kinds of stuff. I don't know if they're trying to, I haven't seen my children and all kinds of stuff. And I, like I said, I cannot meet with that social worker privately by myself ever, especially not at this time, because I do not want to be arrested. I will have to have it recorded, and it's a lot of different things, and so it will have to be a mutual place. And so I am going to contact the judge about those things and try to get some different things put in place or whatever, and see what happens.
So I'll just write a letter, document everything that you just talked about, and just file it before July 29th. That is a Monday, so I would file it no later than like the 25th so that she has time to review it before the hearing.
Okay, sure. I am. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
and you can come in
yes.
person to file it or mail it in, whatever works best for you.
I'll try. I may come in and submit it, or even I could fax it in too, right?
Yeah, you can fax it to me, yeah.
What's
or
it?
to her clerk, whichever you prefer.
What is the? I know that I said that because I had sent some mail out from jail in December, but you all had never received it. And so
Right.
you said that you would make sure that it is filed or whatever, so I can also send it. What is the fax number?
So the one for me is 262-653-2673.
Okay. And then
And then
for
I can make sure I scan it into the case and send it to the judge.
okay, and does Judge Meyer has her own fax number, right?
Her clerk does, but I'll just say you'll probably do better with sending it to me directly because they are swamped with cases right now, so I'm going to check the fax often.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it'll be better if you just send it to me directly, and I'll scan it and send it to both the clerk and the judge.
Okay, so I'll make sure that you have something, and then also the clerk has something too, and then that way it could be well documented.
Yeah.
In fact, okay.
And just make sure to put like your current mailing address and phone number on there, just so that we have updated contact information for you.
Sure.
Because right now I don't have anything for our current
Oh,
address.
you all still have
Mendota.
Mendota. Well, it's
Yeah, so make sure
post
you
office
update that
box
as well.
post office box 1624 Kenosha,
I can't
Wisconsin.
update
No,
it.
no, no. I know, and I know that. I know, and
Yeah.
yeah. So I am going to include that. But yeah, I did see that on a different case that was updated or whatever. So okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
make sure to do that at ASAP because any documents that we have will currently go to Mendota and it'll be sent back as non-deliverable. So I would say do that sooner than later so we can make sure that any documents do come out before July to make sure you're getting them accurately to the
I
the
am
correct address.
okay. Sure. Okay, I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good weekend, okay?
Okay, I'm being myself. And then can you just make sure that you document that this phone call that I called in and just some, what I spoke to you about and some of the communications as well that you find useful that you had said to me?
Yeah, I just document that I informed you to write a letter and incorporate your address and everything, but I can't document anything regarding like DCFS. That's something that you have to do with your letter.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying I didn't call about updating my address. I called to let you all know that I am writing a letter and I have been trying to get in touch with
And that's already in
them.
here.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Okay, presently. Okay, sure.
All right.
Okay, well, Jasmine Renee Davis. Actually, I'm going to call again and verify.
You've reached the
I
Kenosha
think
County
I
Circuit
know
Court.
it.
Please listen closely to the following options. To speak with the Records and Filing Office, press 1. For the Probate or Juvenile Office, press 2. For the Family Court Office, press 3.
149 and
To contact
150.
Judge's Clerk, press 4.
Okay.
To contact the Court Commissioner's Clerk, press
I
5.
got it.
For information regarding small claims actions, press 6. To repeat these options, you have reached the office of the Register in Probate and the Juvenile Clerk. If you are calling regarding a probate matter, an adoption case, or a termination of parental rights issue, please press 1. If you are calling regarding a juvenile matter, please press 2.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Kenosha County Juvenile Court.
Hi, this is Jasmine Davis. I want to verify that the court case number is 2023 JC000149 and then 202. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I have the knowledge, but I don't.
It is
202.
JC 149 and 150.
Okay, I have it right. Okay, sure. I appreciate it. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, sure. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm wondering, like, my goodness. Okay. Wait. Okay, so let's see. Jasmine Renee Davis. Juvenile Court, Chips case 2023 JC 000149 2023 JC 000150. Okay, well, Jasmine Renee Davis.